What's up, y'all? It's your boy Preston, Exotic Car Blacklist here, and I wanted to catch you guys real quick to talk about the Mecum auction that I went to. So this is just my point of view. It's not affiliated with anybody in any type of way. This was just me personally and how I feel as Preston Patterson, Exotic Car Blacklist. So I got the opportunity to go to the Mecum auction for the very first time as, Dodge's Cheap Donut Maker. And at the Mecum auction, it was the very first auction that I've ever been to. What I can tell you is that the experience is unbelievable. If you've seen it on TV, then it's unbelievable on TV, but being there in person is even crazier. Especially like being there for the reason that I was there, right? Like I got opportunities to do things like hit the gavel against the little wooden pad after the car was sold. First they gave me a small one, and a little backstory was like, they pulled me to the side and it was like, oh man, you didn't hit it hard enough. And I'm like, well, bro, I didn't want to break the little thing. And the guy literally was like this, hold on, I'll be right back. Turned around, walked over to a desk and came back with this like cartoon gavel. Literally, you can go see the pictures on there. And if you haven't had a chance, tune in to Motor Trend TV and it will be on there as well. But the guy handed me this gavel, like literally 10-pound gavel. And when the car sold, I just beat the desk. And then you see the short that I uploaded, like the wood was shooting out from the little wooden platform that was there to beat it on. Like absolutely the coolest thing I've done. Again, I've never been to an auction in person. So actually going was crazy because I watched this thing all my life, like on TV. And it was very surreal, and I'm super appreciative that I got the opportunity to go through Dodge. Another cool thing that I got to do was behind the scenes. I was talking to this chick. She was an auctioneer, and her family actually did auctions as well, and she was working there with Mecum. And she was like, it'd be cool shooting a video. And we didn't get a chance to shoot the video, but the video idea was have a conversation with an auctioneer. So we did like a little mock skit in the back of what it was gonna be. And let's just say you don't want to get into an argument with a chick that is an auctioneer, because in the first like 3 seconds we were just talking, I asked her a question, she was like, yeah. And then she instantly went into auction mode, and I was just like, I started seeing triangles, squares, pie charts just floating up in the air. So that was a really cool thing I got to experience too. And I would say, now that the weather is like around, when I left to go there, it was like 40 degrees here in Charlotte. And when I got there, it was 65, 70 when the sun was up. So I'm sitting there like bathing in the sun like, oh my God, I love this. That was the coolest thing that I got to do as well. And, I think being there taught me, a couple things. A, it gave me respect for the guys that do these auctions, because they're literally there all day, sun up to sundown, like 8 to 8. And they film on the weekends, which are some of the top sellers are there on the weekend. I seen a car sell for over $1 million. That was on my bucket list. I got to see a Dodge Viper Voodoo in person. I got to see a Enzo in person. I got to see an old Formula One car in person. Like, I got to see these cool cars in person. I saw a Demon that was going off for auction. I obviously seen Hellcats as well that were going to auction, but it was just so surreal to be able to see these cars in person before they go over the auction block. I got to put a soul sticker on a car, which was freaking cool as well. Man, it was a blast. I got to see I think it was called the gold section, or the gold members. And these are guys that had their own section up like at the top of the auction area. And they got food, they got drinks, and they were literally there all day. And I've told myself, if I go back, I want to be like one of these guys in the gold section, because like if I'm in the auction all day, I need to be fed, I need alcohol, because I'm gonna make a purchase like that. And that's kind of what it's for. But it was really cool getting to see all that up in person, man. The cars rolling on the red carpet, starting some of these cars up. It was just like, you were in car heaven, because as we all know, cars eventually aren't going to be gas powered, which is the way that the world is going now. It's EPA regulation. It's not one automaker's EPA regulation. So it was really cool getting to see like the cars from the early 90s to the early 60s to the 70s, 80s. Then you got 20s. We in the year 2023 right now. It's crazy. But the coolest thing that I saw that when I was there, and to kind of wrap my video up here, because I'm like 5 minutes rambling, but to wrap my video up here, the coolest thing that I saw, before I say that, let me thank everybody first. Like, thank you, Mecum Auction, for the opportunity to be able to do this. That should have went first. So the coolest thing I saw while I was there was Priscilla Presley. It was just surreal to get to see her there. That was the closest I've ever been to Elvis in my life. And then Mecum auctioned off one of Elvis Presley's private jets. That was absolutely mind-blowing to be able to see that happen. And to wrap this video up, I'm gonna actually drop the footage here of the actual auction happening live in person. So guys, thank you for watching this video. If you don't know, I'm Preston Patterson from Exotic Car Blacklist. Please like this video, hit that subscribe button, and leave me a comment and let me know what you guys think. Have you ever been to an auction? Do you know who Priscilla Presley was? Are you an Elvis person? Like, leave me a comment, let me know what you think. If you want to see more of a certain type of content, drop me a comment, let me know what you think. But guys, thank you for coming to check out the video. Let's go ahead and swing to Priscilla Presley's live performance at Mecum Auction and her ex-husband Elvis's private jet getting auctioned off. Make sure you tune in to watch all this footage. This is literally first person view, being there in front of the lady. Here you guys go.
Aircraft will require disassembly to be shipped. Coordinating assistance is available there at the site. An incredible restoration opportunity to create an Elvis exhibit for the world to enjoy. Now offering Lot L104, Jimmy Landon.
And somebody get $500,000. You're going to get $500,000. You're going to get $300,000. At $300,000, then you're going to get $3. You're going to get $2. You're going to get $2. You give $100,000 for it. And $100,000, then $100,000, $150,000, $150,000. I have $100,000, then $150,000. You're going to get $200,000. I have $150,000, $200,000. You're going to get $200,000. I have $150,000, you're going to get $200,000. Then you're going to get $200,000. I have $150,000, you're going to get $200,000. I have $200,000 as the bid. You're going to get $250,000. I have $200,000, then you're going to get $250,000. I have $200,000, then you're going to get $50,000. You're going to get $50,000. You're going to get $250,000. I have $200,000, then you're going to get $225,000. I have $200,000, then you're going to get $225,000. Then you're going to get $225,000. At $200,000 is the bid. And you're going to get $225,000 for it. $200,000 is bid. $225,000. I have $200,000 bid. You're going to get $225,000. I have $200,000 and you're going to get $210,000. And you're going to get $210,000. $200,000 is the bid. $210,000. $210,000. $220,000. Bid. You're going to get $220,000. $220,000, baby, you're going to get $230,000. $230,000, baby, you're going to get $30,000. You're going to get $30,000. You're going to get $30,000. You're going to get $230,000. I have $230,000, baby, you're going to get $230,000. $40,000. $240,000, baby, you're going to get $40,000. We're going. $250,000, you're going to get $250,000. I have $250,000, $240,000, $250,000. I have $240,000, baby, you're going to get $250,000. I have $240,000, baby, you're going to get $50,000. You're going to get $50,000. You're going to get $50,000. You're going to get $250,000. $240,000 is the bid. $250,000 for it. I have $240,000. You're going to get $250,000. $250,000. $240,000 is the bid. $250,000. $240,000. $250,000. $250,000. Let's give him some encouragement. $250,000 for it. $240,000 is the bid. $250,000. $250,000. $250,000. $250,000. You're going to get $250,000. $250,000. Give $250,000 for it. $250,000. $250,000. $250,000. $260,000 is there. $270,000 in the reserve is up. $270,000. I have $260,000 of it. Excuse me.
Sir, when are you going to get another?
$270,000. $260,000. And I told you about Mecum Financial.
Yeah.
$260,000. $270,000. I have $260,000 bid. Anybody get $270,000? And it is sold! $260,000. Sold! $260,000. Purchase on the telephone. Thank you so
you so much. Been a pleasure.